Ayubowan, my dear sons and daughters, today we meet through our self-learning tool channel to discuss civic education, grade 6. In Unit 3, the qualities that should be inculcated in good citizen. I have made it shorter, qualities of good citizen. දරුවනි අද අපි කතා කරන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ civic education වල unit 3 qualities of good citizens දක්වලා තියෙනවා textbook එකේදී the qualities that should be inculcated in good citizen කියන එක මම මේ කෙටි කරලා අරගෙන තියෙනවා qualities of good citizen කියලා ඔබගේ පහසු වෙනුවෙන් ද බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා to discuss what are the good qualities that should be with a good citizen in our country. Now we follow little by little and you follow me very well. Then you will be able to understand the lesson very well. Therefore, you will have to keep your attention very well on the lesson. So when we talk about the citizens, you know that in any country, the main expectation of the rulers as well as education to make the good citizen. අපි දන්න ඕනම රටක පාලකයන්ගේ එවගේ අධ්‍යාපන ක්‍රමයේ ප්‍රධාන බලාපොරොත්තුව තමයි හොඳ ගුණගරුක පුරවැසියන් නිර්මාණය කිරීම. It is within Sri Lanka same ලංකාවේදී තත්ත්වය එහෙමයි. Therefore, from here I reduce the use of singular terms, and if you find any problem, you refer to the dictionary and take the meaning of them. Then first point says good citizen is an asset. Asset is a valuable thing. It is very important as well as valuable thing. Therefore, good citizen is an asset to a country. Now you can understand it. Good and harmonious society is built on good citizens. You know, harmonious means the people helping each other. When they live together, we call harmonious society. The following are the good qualities that should be inculcated. Inculcated means that should be developed in you, that should be inculcated in citizens to make them good. Then you will have to follow them one by one. Practicing polite language. Polite means good. You know that in our language there are some bad words. Without using that words, always you will have used the polite, good, harmless words in the language. Second one, respecting the views of others. Very important one. Views, that means ideas. You will have to respect them. When you work with others, you will have to respect the ideas of others. That is the idea in the second point. Respect, you know that, garu karano, views, adahas, අන්‍යයන්ගේ අදහස් වලට ගරු කිරීම, that is the idea in the second point. Third point, it says behave in the disciplined manner. Discipline, විනයගරුක. විනයගරුක කියලා කියන්නේ the things expected by the society. The society expects the way you must behave. That is called discipline mannerism or discipline manner. Then you will have to follow that method when you behave in the society. That is called behave as in discipline manner. Fourth one, identify the good and bad, because in the society you have the good and bad. Then you will have to identify the difference between what are the good, what are the bad. Then identify means anduna gannawa. Then fourth one is identify good and bad. හොඳ සහ නරක අඳුනා ගැනීම. That is very important to lead a good life. Next one, Respect traditions, rules and regulations. We have discussed these words earlier, therefore I am not going to discuss them again and again. Therefore, we will have respect them. You know that in earlier lessons, we discussed about the traditions, rules and regulations in the school culture. Therefore, you recollect it. Therefore, during that period, in that lesson, we discussed about that one is as a student, you must respect traditions, rules and regulations in the school. Like that, in the society also, we have traditions, rules and regulations. As a citizen, you must respect them. Sixth one, use resources economically. Because you have no right to destroy the resources, natural resources maybe, or man-made resources maybe, any resources. You can't destroy them. When you use them, you will have to use them very carefully and economically. Economical means actually without wasting, taking the maximum benefits. Maximum benefits, you know that. We call it taking maximum benefits. Then seventh one, protect public property and environment. This also connected to the sixth one. They are also, you are asked to protect public property. Usually public property is supplied by the government using the public money. Therefore, we will not protect them. And environment is also a very important concept because today we know that everywhere in the world, the environmental damages are there. Therefore, it is your duty to protect the environment because you know that even in geography we have discussed it. Without environment, we can't live. Therefore, we will have to protect the environment. Those are actually good qualities that should be inculcated in you as a good citizen. You read it again, practicing polite language, respecting views of others, behave in disciplined manner, identify good and bad, respect traditions, rules and regulations, use resources economically, protect public property and environment. Then you see that how you should practice the polite language. The polite language means actually good language without harming others, without damaging others, because words are so powerful. Because sometimes you find that words are so powerful than even the weapons. Therefore, when you use language, when you speak, you will have to use it very polite manner. Then it is given what are the features of polite language. They are given below. You check them. Discipline in speech. When you speak, you will have to use the good words, accepted words, not abusing words, not bad words. Using the accepted good terms, this is called the discipline in speech. Express clear and correctly your ideas, because when you tell something, you have to tell it very clearly and correctly. Then listener will be able to understand it clearly. That is very important one. Third one, respect others while you are speaking, while you are writing something. When you use the language, you will have to respect others. You will have to write, you will have to speak. And when you write sometimes compose a poem, anywhere don't mock at others. Mock, garahan. Don't mock at others. No mock, don't laugh at others. Always respect others in your creative or places where you use the language. It may be something written work, or it may be something or drama or something like anywhere. When you use the language, it must be used with a polite manner. Adopt correct posture while speaking. That is also very important because when you speak, you will have to give your idea correctly using the gesture, your hands, your facial expressions. Like that, using them, you can add more meaning to the language. That is also very polite manner when you speak. Listen to the others and speak patiently. Sometimes when you write something or when you tell something, others may ask questions. You listen them very, very patiently. And very patiently you understand. So while you speak, don't get agitated or don't get angry. Patiently, you take them and you answer them. This is a polite way of using language. Then do not misuse language. That means actual misuse means don't use the language to mock at others, laugh at others, to make others angry. Don't use the language like in that manner. It is not the polite language. Therefore, you will have to use language with a polite manner for the benefit of others. If it is so, you will be highly appreciated by the others as a person using the polite language. Then eye contact is also needed because especially when you discuss with others, looking at others, looking at their eyes, then you can keep their relationship with you. Eye contact means that especially teachers, they keep eye contact with the student. The student also will have to keep the eye contact with the teacher to understand what he or she says. Yeah, but that is also very important. Then according to the place and person, the way you speak differs. Then you can understand in a wedding or reception how you use very polite and joyful words. You speak very happy. Therefore, these terms are very pleasing terms, appreciating others, giving thanks, joking like that. In a wedding and receptions, we talk. The sports and special functions, sports, you know that, encouraging others, special. You cheers others, you use the word cheering others. The special functions also, some words are there, something specific to that function, we will use them. Then funerals, the words we use in the funerals is very different. It is not like a wedding, very sorrowful, pathetic, very calm and quiet. Language is used. And bohoma sarala, bohoma සංගීතජනක අවස්ථාවක් නේද, very sorrowful moment. Therefore we use the word in that funeral must be very sorrowful and appealing the others. අනික් කටට බොහොම දැනෙන විදියට අපි කතා කරන්නේ. We don't joke in a funeral. We don't play music or sing songs in a funeral. It is against the polite nature of the speaking or using language. Then debate and discussions are another different thing. In a debate, you debate with others, but in a discussion is very friendly. Therefore, some people actually, they misunderstand what is debate and what's a discussion. Discussion is a very friendly. They are very friendly manner. We discuss matters. Even in the debate, actually, we must be friendly. But in the arguments over the language, over the subject matters, or the facts, we debate over that part. Otherwise, the way we debate must be actually friendly. Aggressive approach is not the aggressive. ආක්‍රමණශීලීව අපි එතෙන්ට යන්න ඕනේ නෑ. නමුත් අපි debate එකකුණත් අපි friendliness එක maintain කරන්න ඕන. Though we debate over the subject matter, so though we debate over the some facts and figures, the friendly manner must be there. Then addressing public, you know that when we address the public, we will have to address the public very carefully. Different types of people are there. Therefore, addressing all of them is very useful to convey your idea without arousing them, without making them angry. We will have to address them. Then according to the place, the style, the way you speak must change. In religious places, how you speak, you know that, no need of explaining them. Then form, very friendly, but sometimes arguments are also there. But anyway, at the end, everything is friendly. School, tuition classes, especially, we have the lot of Educational subject-based discussions are there. A lot of new terms are coming. Really, this is something intelligent discussions are going on. Even in the school and tuition classes, the intelligent, something preferring the knowledge we discuss. Then hospitals, again, you know that when you go to hospital, actually very calm and quiet again. The words usually we use, are you okay? The quick relief is better. Do you feel better now? Like that, some soothing words. Making others so happy. Even the patients must be pleased with the words you use. Again, in the playground, it is different. Again, you will have to go and very cheering terms are there. Very aggressive words are also sometimes there. That's the nature of the playground. But anyway, according to the place, you must be able to adjust your language. The mass communication, TV, radio, newspapers, they are different. The words they use must be standard because normal words cannot be used. Other way, the very clear language must be there because all walks of people, it can be with the mattami minis, with the tarathina minis. All of them listen, all of them watch TV, and all of them must be able to understand what announcers say. Therefore, in mass communication, the use of the language must be very effective. Effective when on the people won't be able to understand, or sometimes people get the misunderstanding, the wrong understanding. Therefore, giving the correct idea to the people is the main objective of the mass communication. Therefore, it is language based. Therefore, when they use the language, it must be very carefully selected. Then, according to the person, clergy, priest, parents, teachers, elders, friends, you know that when you address them, when you talk with them, you use different specific terms relevant to them. Especially, you don't talk with your parents like you talk with your friends. You don't talk with the teachers like you talk with the friends. Like that, different set of words are used there. The ability to use that different sets of words very carefully and effectively is actually art of speaking. That's a polite nature of the use of language. Therefore, that is very important. Therefore, you must be able to understand how you address how you discuss the clergy, priest. In that manner, you don't address your friends. Therefore, the difference also now you can understand. You think how you address them, how you talk with them, because you go to Dhammapasa, Dhamma school. Then you are living in a family there, you deal with your parents. Then you go to school, you deal with the teachers, then principals, then elders you meet. Sometimes when you travel in a vehicle, when you travel in a school bus, then when you go to classrooms, tuition classes, or in a school classroom, you have a lot of friends. Especially a lot of them are in your peer groups. They can somewhere in how you talk to each other, to remember them, then difference you can understand. Then visitors come also use a special term in front of them. Then when you use the polite language, what are the benefits you collect? Receive others' respect government. Good relationships, because you know that good language, polite language strengthen the good relationship, but bad language damage the relationship. Improve the leadership qualities, because you know that good leaders are always very good in communication because they use the very clear meaningful language. Therefore, when you use these meaningful language, they can collect the respect as well as traction of the followers. Therefore, they can stay in their leadership over a longer period. Then become popular, because when you use the very good terms, you will become a very good person in your community, maybe in this school community, or maybe in your outside communities. You will be a very popular person as a using the good terms, because all of you love you. Develop your personality. Because of that one, using the polite language, you will be able to control others. You will be able to give your ideas to others. Then you will understand that using good words, polite language, lot of things can be get done. So there are stories, even in our Jatari stories are there. How one sit to talk to a bull. When you follow that story, you must know that thing. Because of the words, once the Situ lost his all wealth, but later the Lord Buddha mentioned that using the correct, polite terms for your, even for animals, it is something good. Therefore, following the advice of the Lord Buddha, he was able to regain all the wealth he lost because of his bad terms, bad words. Therefore, you follow that story, then you will understand the power of the polite language, power of the good language. Then social recognition you will get. That means all the people will understand who you are. They will respect you. Then you will get a big place in the society. That is called receiving the big place in the society is called social recognition. Then in this slide we discuss about the use of the impolite language. When you use the bad language, what are things you get? No social recognition, nothing to discuss, because you know that social recognition is a place in the society. When you use the bad, impolite, abusing language, nobody will accept you. Then lose your friends, because all people, even the animals, they like to hear the good terms. Therefore, if you use the bad, abusing terms, even the friends will go away from you. You can't stop them, because nobody like to listen to the bad language. Then become isolated as a result of it, isolated with the Kalavina. Then economic loss. Then if you are getting away from the society, you will receive the economic, ආර්ථික අවාසිකට ලැබෙන්න පටන් ගන්න. Then lose opportunities to be a leader. Using the bad, impolite language, you won't be a leader one day. Therefore, if you want to be a leader one day, you will use the correct language, polite language. Then mental stress, because you are isolated, you will suffer from the mental stress. Sometimes you will be committing suicide. The final thing is the mental stress. Therefore, see the importance of the polite language. Therefore, if you use the impolite language, these results may come behind you. The respective views of others, we have discussed it again and again earlier. Before respecting the views expressed by the others, we must understand them properly. Therefore, that's a part of the active listening. Therefore, first you listen, because that is very important in the classroom. You first you listen to the teacher well, because otherwise you won't be able to understand what the teacher says. Because actually it is called the active listening. Because as a student, the active listening is needed. Without active listening, well, your education cannot be conducted successfully. Therefore, you listen very well before expressing your ideas. Then by active listening, you see the results of them. When you listen very well, very actively, with meaningful, you will get these results. Correct comprehension of message. Comprehension means understand. Self-confidence. Then if you know the idea, therefore you can give the answer. That's called the self-confidence. Your hands will come up quickly when the teacher asks the answers. That it shows the self-confidence. Then social relationships, because you understand others very well and what you say is relevant to the things they ask. Therefore, social relationship, the relationship between the friends, members will be strengthened. Then opportunities for the mutual agreements, because you understand each other because of the active listening. First, you understand very well. Therefore, what you understand, based on your understand, you come to the agreements. Therefore, they are very long-term, strong agreements may occur with active listening. Then no conflicts, because you understand each other very well. Therefore, no conflicts, no misunderstanding, because you know that misunderstanding is the main reason for a lot of conflicts all over the world, even in the family, even your friends. Misunderstanding means why? Actually, no active listening there. Then why not listening actively? Those are the things we discussed it earlier. Wrong comprehension, වැරදි අදහස් අපි ලබා ගන්නට අවබෝධය, වැරදි අවබෝධය අපි කියන wrong comprehension, misunderstanding each other, එකිනෙකා වැරදිව තේරුම් ගැනීම, wrong responses, වැරදි විදියට අපි ප්‍රතික්‍රියා දැක්වීම, occurrence of conflicts, ගැටුම් ඇතිවීම, lack of self confidence, ආත්ම විශ්වාසයක් නැතිවීම. These are the things. And discipline behavior. Discipline means, actually I discussed it earlier, because way how the society accepts. When you follow that method, it is called the discipline. This is also given here. Discipline means acting according to the social standards, following the rules and regulations of the society. If you behave according to them, actually that's a discipline. Discipline කියලා කියන්නේ බොහොම විනයගරුකව හැසිරීම. විනය කියලා කියන්නේ it is something introduced by the society itself. If you follow that one, that is called the discipline. The සිංහලෙන් අපි කියනවා විනයගරුකව හැසිරීම. Usually the behavior of the disciplined person is good. Nothing to tell about that. A disciplined person is quite good. That is a person actually the society needs. To have a disciplined behavior, following qualities must be improved. Improve. The qualities coming in the next slide. We will have to develop that one. When we develop that one, actually we will be able to develop the quality of the disciplined behavior. Following rules and regulation and customs. You know them, therefore I am not going to discuss them again and again. Respecting each other, respecting the values of the society, values on the important things. We will have respect the special religions, some traditions. Especially I can give you examples, worshipping your parents, worshipping elders, some values coming in our society. Kindness, karunavantana, humanity, manavitavada, cooperation, helping each other, friendliness, righteousness, doing something correct, patience, ivasina, honesty, avankabhave, truthfulness, always telling the truth, satyagarukabhava, the disciplined behavior in the family. It is needed even in the family, because family, you know, the family is the basic social unit. Therefore, what you do in the family will be reflected in the society. Therefore, if you behave very disciplined manner in the family, when you go to the society, you will be a disciplined person, respecting each other in the family. Even in the family, you will respect the parents, but brothers and sisters, elder brothers, younger brothers, all of them, helping each other, speaking politely, respecting elders, friendly discussions, mutual agreements, sharing properties. Sharing can be the property paper, sharing the properties very well, in an equal way, satisfying all. Serama තෘප්තිවත් වෙන විදියට පවුලේ දේපල බෙදා හදා ගැනීම. Cooperation, helping each other, working together. Disciplined behavior in the society. Help the innocent, disabled and elderly people. You must do that. Disabled, something weak people. Innocent people are there in our society, poor people. Elderly people must give the chance, and protecting the elderly people is the duty of the younger generation. Use public property with care, respecting others, respecting every religion, because country like Sri Lanka, we will respect almost all the religions because Sri Lanka is a multi-religious country. Bahuagam. Therefore, we will respect. We can't condemn, we have no right to condemn any other religion. Yeah, due respect. Due respect should be given. Use suitable dress code. That's also discipline. When you go to society, at your home, no problem. But when you go to public places, tuition classes, school there's a uniform. But when you go to tuition classes also, a suitable dress code is needed. The behave discipline manner in the religious festivals. Religious festival is not something joyful place or merry-making place. Therefore, when you go to religious festivals, there should be a dress code as well as the how you behave also must be calm and quiet and discipline. It should be based on discipline mannerism. Be well mannered at the various functions. Well mannered means according to the situation you will have to behave. On the road, very important thing because in Sri Lanka actually we don't have the discipline on the road. Therefore, as a result of that, a lot of accidents, road accidents occur. Follow the traffic rules well. Traffic can Traffic rules must be followed very well. Then use road with the care and yourself with others because you think that the road is not your private property. Therefore, you will have to use them carefully. Then use the road considering as a public property. I mentioned it earlier also. Patient is needed. Be an example to others. Set example to others when you roads, not on roads, even the public properties. Safeguarding your dignity through the discipline and the will. Dignity of the government, the level of you. As a gentleman, as a lady, you will have to prove that you are a well-disciplined person, well-mannered person, using or when you are traveling on the road. The discipline behave in the school. Because nothing to discuss, we have discussed them in earlier. Therefore, just reading the points you can understand, engage in studies. That's the main thing you will have to do. Use the resources of the school with care because school is your property. Therefore, you will have to protect them and you will have to keep them for the future generations too. That means your younger brothers and sisters coming behind you, they also must be able to use them. They're safeguarding the dignity of the school. All the schools in Sri Lanka, not only Sri Lanka, all over the world, they have the name earned by the school itself. Therefore, we will have to protect, safeguard, dignity, Gauravana, Gauraniya Nami, the level in the society. To follow the rules and regulations in the school, it is needed. Obey teachers and respect them. You know it. They protect the school identity. You know that all the schools, they have their own identities and we will have to protect them. They respect the school flag, national flag, school anthem. They are the things you should do. They are the things should be included in your disciplined behavior in the school. Then polite behavior that is expected. You will have to consider all the members in the school community as your brothers and sisters. Therefore, you will have to call them Akka, Ayya, Nangi, Mali, like that, polite behavior. You will have to reduce the number of the abusive words you use in the school. The school is something like sacred. Therefore, you will have to protect the name and the discipline in the school. Then we come to end of that lesson. I think you understood it clearly. And to continue the next part of the lesson, we will have to go to episode 2. And we meet again in episode 2. And if you find any problem, you see this lesson again and again. And I have reduced the number of singular term use because now we are towards the end of the lessons syllabus. At the very beginning, I used too much of singular terms, but actually you are familiar to the bilingual or English medium. Therefore, we will have reduced the number of the singular terms you use. Therefore, if you are not yet subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Then you will get the information when the new video lesson is released. So until we let's say goodbye with the idea of meeting in the next lesson. Then say goodbye to the lesson. See you again through the self-learning tool channel. Thank you.